On this episode, we stop by the Alaska Fair, try out Bleeding Heart Brewery, Kelly tries her hand at some ice climbing, hike out to what's left of the Castner Glacier ice cave, and make our way to the Alaskan border.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes.
So this is it. This has been our turnaround point.
Sad.
We're leaving Homer for the second time, actually, but this time for real.
Leaving
Not
the
coming
peninsula.
back anytime soon. Though we will be back, I can assure you of that.
Eventually we will be back to Alaska.
We headed to Anchorage and got a site at Elmendorf Air Force Base. From there, we took a drizzly stroll along the Tony Knowles Coastal Trail, where we were rewarded with a sighting of a pair of sandhill cranes.
What did you think of the coastal trail? Did you like your little 6-mile walk, or actually I think 5.5? We didn't go all 19.
We caught up on some work while Stormy lounged around, and then it was off to Palmer.
We are in a park this week, but these are the views. Snow-capped mountains on September 2nd, and the Chugach Range surrounding us.
While in Palmer, we checked out Bleeding Heart Brewery with their eclectic vibe and funky feel. Inside, there was a section with local products and merch. And the taproom contained several cool little hangout spots, while their pet-friendly enclosed outdoor area was perfect for sampling their delicious beers and a charcuterie plate. The next day, Stormy enjoyed some of the first dry weather we'd been having, while we took turns going to the Alaska State Fair. We took in displays of prize-winning flowers, giant produce, and big Scottish Highland cattle. Kelly spent some time perusing the best quilts of Alaska and enjoying a native Alaskan dance performance. And I enjoyed some not-so-native jambalaya, while Stormy waited not-so-patiently for each of our returns. The following day, Stormy and I spent some time with the neighbors, while Kelly headed to Micah Guides for a glacier adventure on Matanuska Glacier. Donning some snazzy new footwear, she headed out into the ice fields.
22,000 years ago, Matanuska Glacier reached its peak in size with its terminus spanning to the north end of Anchorage. Today, the glacier is approximately 27 miles long and 4 miles wide. So this is the easy climb we're going to start with. First climb. Easy. These hollow threaded screws are called ice screws and are used to create anchors in the ice.
All I do is put the ice screw in, a good angle, put it in, but I'm like, you know what? If I leave this ice screw in, a couple hours later, I could literally just like pull it out. Because the sun heats up the metal and melts it out. I want to do a V-thread so it doesn't melt out.
With gear on and line set, we were ready to climb. My first climb was slow going and definitely not as easy as it looks. After successfully completing my first climb, we hiked about a half mile through stunning glacial valleys to our second climb location.
This is our next climb.
Whoa. Hell yeah! While our guide Levi set the lines for our next climb, we took the opportunity to walk through the glacier, and I could not pass up an opportunity to fill my water bottle with the most delicious water I've ever drank. And then it was time to tackle the next climb. After our last climb of the day, Levi showed us that ice screws aren't just for setting anchors. They also make really good water fountain. That's where we were. started there.
And on her way home, she spotted this moose on the side of the road. The next morning, we were treated with a beautiful rainbow, but another soggy day.
Winter is coming to Alaska. It is September 6th, and that snow was not there yesterday. That happened overnight.
The approaching snow was our cue to leave.
Last order from Fern.
With a final delicious acai bowl, it was time to hit the road. So we hitched up and headed up the Glen Highway.
That is the Matanuska Glacier behind us, the one that I did my ice climbing on earlier in the week. We are on our way out of Alaska.
Yeah, it's pretty bittersweet. A little more bitter than sweet right now. The leaves are turning, it's absolutely beautiful.
Stunning.
But the snow's coming. We saw it coming down the mountain, so it's time to go.
With the fireweed turned to cotton, summer was all but forgotten. Moments of sunshine were becoming farther and fewer between. And rivers previously teeming with salmon were all but empty.
Oh, you know, just a random pull-off. Just another glacier.
We'd come to realize that in Alaska, you never know what awaits you around the next turn.
Right off the Richardson Highway, we pulled into Donnelly Creek State Recreation Site and got this sweet spot. Site number 12. It's like a double wide. Nice picnic table. Abuts the river. You can hear the river in the background. But it runs this whole length. Awesome fire pit.
We're doing something.
We are doing something.
Finally, we have a clear day.
It's gorgeous out.
Sun's poking out a little. Only had a little bit of rain. Take that. So, what do we do?
We're in Delta Junction, and we're gonna go try to hike the Castner Glacier ice cave. So the cave in the glacier is pretty unstable, so you can't get out to the cave anymore, but you can see it. So
and we can get drone footage there, so it should be pretty cool. I can
Yeah.
fly the drone in. That ain't cheap.
arrived at the trailhead. Currently raining. Wasn't supposed to be raining,
20 miles can make a big difference in Alaska.
so we're gonna wait it out.
The same system passed over us this morning a few hours ago, and it only took 30 minutes to clear up. So hopefully we get about 30 minutes of rain and then
Yeah.
play some cribbage.
In the meantime, cribbage.
This may be our last hike in Alaska. We think it very likely will be because we're heading out from here. People ask a lot about our little tiny trailer and how we can spend so long in it and it looks funny. This is why we have the trailer that we have. It has nothing to do with the looks. It's all about functionality and all about taking to places like this. So there's your answer. This is our Oliver adventure.
We struck gold! Look at the size of the nugget!
There's the nugget. What do you think, Storm?
Continuing down the trail required a couple little creek crossings. Stormy was sure-footed as ever.
So this was a little unexpected. Turned the corner, and this is the glacier, but it doesn't have the traditional blue or white. But that is not rock. That is ice. You can see a little bit of the blue. There's the cave.
Little piece where you can still see the blue ice. Love to go peek in, but it's just too unstable. So trying to get as close as we can to this without being too dangerous. That's about it, my friends.
Where's the glacier going? Why are you making it so the glacier goes bye-bye?
Behind us is Castner Glacier. And what makes this pretty incredible is that we saw a video of folks who came up here a year ago and they were able to actually get into the glacier a little bit, into the cave. And the ice cave is completely cut off at this point. It's just a fairly deep stream coming out, and it's incredibly unstable.
Still, make it cool.
Yeah, and watching the river come out of here, I mean, the melt is just incredible. And when you think about where a year ago, this cave wasn't this far back. It was closer to where we are right now.
The water was not flowing.
No, so in a year, you can see what's happened. Next year, be a couple feet further. Eventually, this won't be here anymore. The rain is starting to come again, so I think it's time for us to go. Cheers, Lenny. Tongs and a Matanuska porter. Thinking of you, brother.
The next day, we finished up the Richardson Highway and headed out on the Alaska Highway, where we saw this cub chasing after its sibling and mother before we arrived at Dead Man Lake Campground in Tetland National Wildlife Refuge. It's about a mile down a dirt road from the Alaska Highway, but it's an easily passable road.
Our last sunset in Alaska.
Our final morning, we took a walk on the interpretive trail.
I think we got lucky and found some crowberries hidden. Sorry, backpack. Some crowberries. And some low bush cranberries. Nice little fruit salad this morning on our way out.
Then we headed down to the lake to take in one last beautiful Alaskan view. Back up the dirt road and down the Alaska Highway. We reluctantly made our way to the Alaskan border and back into the Yukon.
What you doing?
I'm torn. Half of me is in Canada.
International
Half
border.
of me is in the United States. I'm in Canada. I'm in the U.S. I'm in Canada. I'm in the U.S. So that's it.
That is it.
Our 3 months are over, and we are leaving Alaska.
Very sad.
Yeah.
Life is a winding road,
We'll see you on our next adventure.
no telling where it goes.